Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a journey into the sources you've given us about Jharkhand, a really vibrant state in eastern India.
Mm.
Our goal, as always, is to pull out those key nuggets of knowledge, the surprising facts, and basically give you a shortcut to understanding this captivating region without feeling, overwhelmed.
And Jharkhand really is perfect for this kind of deep dive. I mean, the name itself, Land of Forests or Jangal Mahal,
Mm,
Palace of Jungles, it tells you so much straight away.
right, the connection to nature.
Exactly. It was carved out of Bihar back in 2000, and it's just defined by, well, incredible greenery, these stunning waterfalls, and it's packed with mineral resources.
So, a real mix.
A real mix. It's a paradise for nature lovers, definitely, but also for history buffs. It's got layers.
That's what sounds so compelling, that diversity. You mentioned everything from spiritual hubs drawing millions
Yeah, like Diogar.
to India's first planned industrial city. It feels like a place of really interesting contrasts. So where should we start exploring maybe the capital, Ranchi, to get a feel for that natural pulse?
Ranchi is a great starting point. It's actually quite a cool retreat, sitting up at about 700 meters.
Oh, nice altitude.
Yeah, makes a difference. And it's famous for its waterfalls. You've got Dasam Falls, for instance, where the Kanchi River just sort of dramatically plunges down into this rocky gorge.
Wow.
Yeah, it creates this amazing misty spectacle. Very powerful. And then nearby, Hundra Falls, Jonah Falls.
Yeah.
Lovely, too. More like perfect picnic spots.
Peaceful escapes.
Exactly. And Ranchi also has this rock garden, which is quite unique. It's built on a hill overlooking Kanki Dam, lots of sculptures, amazing views. It's serene, but in a more curated way.
Okay, so Ranchi itself is packed, but I'm guessing the natural beauty spreads much wider.
Oh, absolutely. If you head a bit north, you find Netterhat. People call it the Queen of Chotanagpur.
Queen of Tagpur, I like that.
It's this quiet hill station, famous for, well, frankly, breathtaking sunrise and sunset views. Magnolia Point is the spot. Just imagine that.
Incredible.
Then there's Gachila, that's more of a hidden gem, perhaps. Really serene. You've got Duragiri Falls there, Barudi Lake. It's the kind of place you go to just, recharge.
Sounds lovely. Any other standout waterfalls? You mentioned they were a big feature.
Oh, definitely. Jharkhand's waterfalls are kind of its crown jewels. Panchgat Falls in Kunti is beautiful, 5 streams cascading down. And Sita Falls near Ranchi is another spectacular one.
Right.
And it's not just wild nature. There are impressive dams, too, like Shandal Dam on the Subarnarekha River, great place to relax, and Massanjor Dam in Dumka, which locals actually call Canada Dam.
Canada Dam, why is that?
Apparently, it shares some design similarities with Canadian hydro projects. It's quite picturesque.
Yeah.
So, yeah, water is a huge theme, natural and managed.
It's amazing how much natural beauty there is. But let's shift gears a bit. You mentioned history and spirituality are also deeply rooted there. Where do we see that?
Well, Diogar is probably the spiritual epicenter. It's also called the abode of gods.
The abode of gods.
Yes. And its heart is the Baba Baidyanath Temple. This is huge. It's one of the 12 Jyotirlingas of Lord Shiva.
Oh, one of the 12. That's incredibly significant.
Hugely significant. These are considered Shiva's most sacred abodes across India. So Diogar draws millions, I mean literally millions, especially during the Shravan month.
Must be quite an experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Diogar has other spots too, like the Nalaka Temple and Tricket Hill, which is interesting because it blends spirituality with adventure. It's a popular trekking spot.
Trekking to a spiritual site, nice. So beyond these major pilgrimage centers, does this mix of art and faith pop up elsewhere?
It does, yeah. If you go over to Maluti in Dumka district, you find these incredible terracotta temples.
Terracotta temples?
Yeah, they're not just religious buildings. They're covered in intricate carvings, really showcasing this amazing local craftsmanship from centuries ago. It's a powerful blend of history, art, and faith.
Fascinating.
And you even find history tucked into the natural spots. Like near Betla National Park, you can find the ruins of Palamu Fort, a glimpse of the past right there in the wilderness.
It really shows how intertwined everything is. History, faith, nature.
Speaking of wilderness, let's talk about the wildlife, and then maybe that contrasts with the urban side you mentioned.
Okay, yeah. For wildlife, Betla National Park in Palamu is a key destination. It's got this hilly terrain, diverse forests. You can potentially see elephants, tigers, leopards. It's a proper safari experience.
Right.
Then closer to Jamshedpur, there's Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary. Great for trekking, but it's particularly known for sightings of Indian elephants.
Wild elephants, amazing.
Yeah. And Hazaribagh also offers dense forests, places like Canary Hills for lovely nature walks, lots of flora and fauna. So plenty for nature lovers.
It sounds incredibly wild and untouched in places,
Hmm.
which makes Jamshedpur even more intriguing, India's first planned industrial city.
Hmm.
How does that actually look and feel on the ground, that contrast? It's actually quite remarkable. What makes Jamshedpur special isn't just that it was planned, but how deliberately they integrated green spaces right from the start. It kind of challenges that idea that industry and nature have to be enemies.
So it's not just factories.
Not at all. You have Jubilee Park, which is huge fountains, beautiful gardens right in the city. It's a real oasis. And Dimna Lake nearby is perfect for boating, recreation.
Wow.
It shows this vision, even back then, for, well, a kind of sustainable urban development. It proves you can have industry and natural beauty side by side, even enhancing each other.
That's quite a forward-thinking concept for its time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've touched on nature, history, industry. Let's weave it all together with the culture. You called it a tapestry earlier.
It really is. Karkan's culture is this intricate weave of ancient tribal traditions and more modern influences. It's very multi-ethnic. You've got over 30 indigenous communities, Sansal, Munda, Oran are some of the major ones living together.
30 communities, that's a lot of diversity.
It is. And their connection to the land, their history, it all comes alive in their art and especially their celebrations.
Tell me about the art, the dances, maybe.
Oh, the folk dances are fantastic,
Mm.
so lively. You have Chow, which is this amazing semi-classical form with martial arts elements. Then there's the Santhal dance, very rhythmic. Karma dance is joyous. And Paika is this energetic, traditional war dance.
Wow, quite a range.
Definitely. And they're performed to traditional instruments like the mandolin, the flute.
Yeah.
It's incredibly atmospheric. It really is the living heritage.
And the festivals. They must be central to cultural life.
Absolutely the heartbeat. Take the Karam Festival. It honors Karam Devta, the god of nature and destiny. It involves lots of communal dancing and singing, usually under the full moon. It's beautiful.
Seems very connected to nature.
Deeply. Then there's Tusu Parab, a harvest festival, especially vibrant in places like Bundu and Tomar, with lots of music and processions. Halpunya marks the start of the plowing season, symbolizing new beginnings.
Right, the agricultural cycle.
Exactly. And Sarol is a major spring festival. It's all about celebrating nature, with the sal tree being central. It represents renewal, abundance. These festivals really show the unity and the deep roots of Jharkhand's heritage.
All this talk of festivals and culture makes me think about, well, the food and the crafts, too. What are the sensory experiences like?
Ah, the food. Jharkhand's cuisine is often described as simple, but it's packed with flavor, very much based on what the land provides.
So lots of local ingredients.
Yes, staples are things like rice, roti, dal, and tarkari,
Hmm.
which is basically vegetable preparations. But then you get these wonderful local specialties. Duska is a must-try.
Duska. What's that?
It's this savory, deep-fried pancake made from rice and lentils, often eaten with a spicy potato curry. Delicious. And then there's latioki, you might know it.
Oh, yeah, those baked dough balls.
Exactly. Stuffed, often baked over coals, served with choka. Very smoky, very satisfying. And for drinks, handia is a traditional fermented rice drink, quite popular among the tribes.
Interesting. Any sweets?
Oh, yes. Theku is very popular. It's like a crisp, sweet, fried cookie. And mithakaja, a layered, sugary pastry. There's also a bit of Mughal influence in some dishes. Plenty for vegetarians and non-vegetarians alike.
Sounds like a really comforting, flavorful cuisine. And the crafts. With such rich tribal heritage, I imagine that's quite strong.
Immensely strong. There's a huge amount of pride in Jharkhand's handicrafts. The skill of the tribal artisans is just incredible. You see it in the intricate woodwork, the delicate bamboo crafts.
Bamboo, right. Makes sense with all the forests.
Exactly. And Pitkar paintings, they're unique, often depicting religious or social scenes. The
Yeah.
terracotta work is beautiful too, lots of figurines, pottery, and tribal ornaments have these very distinct designs.
What kind of souvenirs could people find?
Well, besides the paintings and terracotta, wooden toys are very popular, charming things. Metal crafts, too. You'll find a great selection in the markets, especially in Ranchi and Jamshedpur. Really authentic pieces.
This has been fantastic, really painting a picture of Jharkhand's many layers. So, for anyone listening who's now inspired to go and see it all firsthand, what's the practical advice? How should they plan a trip?
Okay, practicals. The best time to visit is generally between October and March. The weather is much more pleasant then. Good for exploring.
Right, avoids the heat in monsoon.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And in terms of activities, it depends on your interest, right? If you like adventure, there's trekking Trekket Hill, like we mentioned, or in Betla, or Dalma Parks. You could even do paragliding near Ranchi.
Paragliding. Wow, yeah.
Yeah. For nature lovers, obviously exploring the forests, the dams, just soaking in the scenery. Spiritual travelers will find a lot in Diogar. And foodies, well, they need to try the Duska and Lidi.
Definitely. Any key tips for planning?
I'd say two important things. One, if you're trekking, especially in the national parks like Betla or Doma, always check with local guides first. Routes can change. Safety is key.
Good point.
And second, for booking travel, accommodation, that sort of thing, it's usually best to use trusted platforms. The official state tourism site, tourism.jharkhand.gov.in, is a good resource, or reliable sites like Make My Trip, just ensure things go smoothly.
Excellent advice. Well, this has been an incredible deep dive. We've journeyed through Jharkhand's stunning untouched nature, its deep tribal roots, that ancient spirituality, and then the surprise of its modern planned industrial side. It really defies easy labels.
It absolutely does. And I think exploring a place like Jharkhand offers really profound insights.
Yeah.
It helps you understand the sheer complexity and richness of India's cultural and natural landscape. It pushes you beyond just the surface level stuff. You see how past, present, and future can actually weave together.
That's a great way to put it. So here's a final thought for you, our listener, to maybe mull over. Consider this. How can a land so deeply rooted in ancient forests, in vibrant tribal communities, also be the birthplace of India's first meticulously planned industrial city? What does that fascinating juxtaposition tell us about the dynamic balance or maybe tension between progress and heritage in modern India? And perhaps how might similar forces be playing out in regions closer to home for you?
Mm-hmm. A lot to think about there.
Definitely. Maybe think about which part of our discussion intrigued you most. A specific festival, a craft, maybe one of those waterfalls. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.